good things come to an end. Nelly Furtado.
Hey.
How are you, Nelly?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm brilliant. And
Great to see you.
Thank you. Let's have a little
Zany
recap.
mum.
Let's have a little recap on your career, right? Just so everyone knows, you are officially Canadian.
Yes, I am.
Which seems to be quite a cool thing to be these days.
I know, right?
Drake's Canadian as
We're
well.
getting really cool lately.
You are?
Yeah, Drake stole my position as I was the Canadian rapper before Drake came.
Right. For anyone listening thinking, what are these guys on about? This is Nelly Furtado on my show, and I'm a massive fan of Nelly. Simple reason, when she came out of her debut album, I was like, who's the woman in the mud in the video? Going, ruff, ruff, ruff.
Who's the woman?
Tough, 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 ruff, ruff. No, seriously. Seriously, I was like, who is that woman? And your video stood out to me. And I couldn't really say what style of music you were off the debut album. I just thought, I like it or I don't. You sold millions of that album and you were, big hit all around the world. And then you went all cool and urban and Timberland up and it just a whole new dimension to you.
Yeah.
But I didn't ever think that's you. I just thought this is you doing another side of you.
You're so right. It's so great that you understand that.
Well, a
lot of people do.
No, I never thought that was you. Because of the first album.
You're very empathetic.
Thank you. So I'm wondering where your journey's going to take you next. So we just got the Hoops track.
Yes.
Rodney Jerkins.
The big Hoops. Rodney Jerkins all day. Dark Child.
So what's the story with Rodney? Rodney's come back. He was dominating the scene in the late 90s. He did the Michael Jackson album.
Brandy the Boy's Mine. Destiny's Child.
Yeah.
Say My Name. Lose My Breath. Did Telephone for Lady Gaga. He's got a lot of big records. And he's a records guy. He just knows how to make a record sound good. And he's a lot of fun.
Well, the good thing is I haven't heard this new album. And you got one or two things going to happen. You're either going to connect with me on it, or you're just going to give me some hits to play.
I know.
Have you got the balance, or is it a Hitsville album? Is it a bangers album, or is it going to be more of a...
you like the reflective songs, right?
I like a mix. No, I don't mind. If you're going to make a banger, make it a banger. Promiscuous Girl, banger.
Banger.
All the Timberlake bangers. Do you get what I mean? And then if you're going to connect, it's that whole risk you take as an artist. Do I connect at the risk of sales?
Yeah.
Or do I just make some bangers and end up on every award show next year? Where have you gone with this one?
I like to think I've met halfway, because Rodney, I feel, has a great sort of sensibility that way. He has a great sensibility for pop music. And I feel like on this album, I do have some records that are going to challenge people, but that they're going to find that they're drawn to at the same time. Like necessarily, I don't think I have first listen records necessarily. Like Promiscuous, I feel like was more like a first listen record, where you hear it the first time and you're like, this is good. I like the melody. This new stuff isn't quite as melodic. It's more catchy in a different kind of way. It's more catchy in a chanty kind of way. It doesn't have like quite the same amount of like clever melodies and things I've had in the past. I mean, that's how I'll honestly describe it. It's like a raw, kind of like inspired, playful vocal with some hard beats. I mean, I want to play you something. I know, but they
didn't bring anything in here. But I've got hoops, and that's what I've got.
I only got is big hoops.
I'm gonna play.
Do you know what it's about, though?
Well, I want you to explain before we drop it, because go on, tell us a bit more.
I hope it's not the type of song where you have to know what it's about to like it, but it's my tribute to like a time in my life when I was about 14, and I used to put on my big hoops and big jeans and backpack and head down to the mall and hang out with my friends, and we thought we were so cool listening to R&B and hip-hop music of the early 90s and feeling really liberated and reinvigorated by this music, and you'd hang out and freestyle and sing with your friends on the block and go to jams. And I already felt famous.
And you were broke.
And broke and famous.
That's the best time. Isn't it the best time of your life? Why?
Are you kidding?
And then before you go, please explain why it is the best time of your life, and why when you become a star and wealthy and famous, nothing can bring back the moments of before you were.
You know what? I had to go back and play this record for my friends from back home and drive around the places that inspired it, because at that time, I don't know, you know who you are, your essence is there, but you haven't had the knocks yet of life, right? So that's why it's bliss.
Perfect. Nelly Furtado, that is a great way to end the interview. And here is Big Hoops, your new single. Good luck with the album.
Thank you.